Hi everybody. We're going to have a nice little restorative practice together today. I hope you enjoy it. The focus is on chest and hips, so nice opener for both. This is my little gift to you for the holiday and winter season. I hope you enjoy it. So we're going to get on our mats. A couple of things I want you to make sure that you have before we start, and that is 2 blocks, a bolster, and 2 blankets. Most of the poses that will be in today will last about 5 to 10 minutes. It just depends on the pose. Some of them may be a little bit shorter than 5 minutes. It just depends on that pose as well. Our openers, the first 3 poses that I'll have you in will last just about a minute to 2 in each spot, and then from there we'll progress and just get a little bit longer. So feel free to pause this at any time if you need to take a little bit longer to get set up. This practice is intended to last an hour, so let's just get settled in. I'm going to grab my tea because I know I'm going to need it, so I'll just bring that over here and grab a blanket, and we'll open that up so that it's just folded twice. Okay, and then we'll fold it one more time lengthwise, and then if you want you can fold it one more time, or I'm going to actually put mine in thirds so that I've got a nice fold. So pretty good size there. We're going to start with just opening various areas in our back just to get them ready for some of the other poses as we get into them. This first one will go underneath your lumbar spine. The second will go right under your thoracic. So if you feel back and feel the tips of your shoulder blades, that's where that blanket will go. And then the third one will be for your shoulders. And we're going to open up our chest a little bit. So we're going to bring our arms back. So make sure you grab a couple of blocks because you may want to rest your hands on those blocks. So we'll place those up at the top over here. So we'll sit with that first blanket right behind us. And your knees will be bent for now. And then you'll lay down and make sure that that blanket comes right underneath your lumbar spine. And then you'll straighten your legs out. Place your arms down by your sides, or they can go to a T, cactus shape. And then take a deep breath in and a full breath out. And begin to just release and relax onto that mat with those nice, full, deep exhales. Continuing to breathe in nice and deep, and breathe out. And in, and then out. And then just settle in and find some quiet here. Take one more nice full deep breath in. Full breath out. Letting your body get ready to transition. Bend your knees. Roll over to one side. Press yourself up. And then we'll move that blanket up a few inches. And remember, we want that blanket to come just below our shoulder blades. So you just feel back there. You'll know you're in the right spot because when you lay down, your shoulders will rest onto the mat. So lay down onto that blanket. For some of you, it may feel like a very big opener, a little uncomfortable at first. A lot of times it's because our thoracic spines are either a little stuck, the muscles around it are very tight, or we're used to bending forward and over a computer. So having it go in the opposite direction is a little uncomfortable. Arms can be out at a cactus, or you can lay them down on top of the blanket or all the way out to a T. It's entirely up to you what you want. And take a full breath in and a full breath out. One more deep breath in and a full breath out. Continuing to release and relax your body with each exhale, letting any tension go that you're holding on to. Let it just release. Nice big inhale. And a full exhale, getting your body ready to transition. Bend your knees. Roll over to one side. Press yourself up. Move that blanket up just a few more inches. This time the blanket is intended to go right underneath your shoulders. So if you were to place your fingertips on tops of your shoulders, you would feel the top of that blanket. Once we lay down, we're going to raise our arms up and overhead. Let our arms rest on top of the blocks so that we can get a nice opener in our shoulders, nice opener in our chest. So we'll come and lay down, knees are bent. Feel back on top of your shoulders. Make sure that you can feel the top of the blanket and top of shoulders in line. Go ahead and straighten out your legs. On an inhale, you'll raise your arms up and overhead. Let your arms just rest on top of those blocks. And take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Let your body release and relax with each exhale. Take a full inhale, nice and deep, filling up your lungs. Nice, long, smooth exhale, allowing your body to transition into the next pose and out of this one. Bending your knees, raising your arms back up and over, rolling over to one side, pressing yourself up, moving that blanket over to the side for now. And then grabbing your blocks, we're going to set up for supported fish. So take one block, set it horizontally on the mat. That's going to go underneath your head. And then the other block will be set vertically on the mat. And you can have that at the lowest setting or the medium setting. It's entirely up to you as far as what you want for your body. Now we can lay straight onto these blocks if you'd like, or you can take that blanket that you had folded up. You can unfold it just a bit, lay that on top of those blocks, and it creates a nice little cushion for those blocks. And then because we're going to be in this pose just a tiny bit longer, I'm going to take another of our blankets and that's going to come right on top of our body. So we're going to lay that on top of our body. Nice to have that weight on our body, helps for us to feel a little bit more grounded when we're in these poses. So this pose will be in for about 5 minutes. So you'll sit with the blocks behind you. Make sure that your sit bones remain on the mat. You'll lay down onto those blocks. So make sure that first block is right underneath your shoulder blades. Second one is under your head. And then you can take that blanket, lay that on top. Arms come out to a T to get that nice opener across your chest. And then take a nice full deep breath in. And a full breath out. Another full breath in. And a full breath out. Full breath in, filling up those lungs. Full breath out, releasing any tension, releasing your body, letting it relax onto those props, allowing your body to open up and settle in. take a full breath in and a full breath out. Bend your knees. Move that blanket off of your body. Carefully roll off those blocks. Come to one side. And then press yourself up. And then we'll remove the other blanket from our mat. Set that over to the side. And our blocks. Our next pose is legs up the wall. So you'll need a wall. And if you want, you can use your bolster. I like the bolster because it gives the lower back a little bit more of a back bend, a little bit more of an opener to it. So I usually take my bolster and I place it about a hand width distance, anywhere between, I would say, 4 to 6 inches away from the wall. That allows for the tightness in your legs to release when you're up on the wall. If you're too close and your legs are tight, they don't really get a chance to release. So you can keep a blanket handy if you want. You can always place that underneath your head. I like to fold it and place it on my belly once I'm laying down. So to get into this pose, you're going to come to the very edge of that bolster so that your tailbone it feels like it's sliding off of that bolster just a bit. You're going to come and lay onto that bolster, raise your legs up, and then using your hands, twist your body around, and then position that bolster so it comes just underneath your sacrum, and that's supported. And then you can take that blanket and rest it right on top of your abdomen. Arms can come out to a T or back overhead behind you. Whatever it is you want for your body, you can do a cactus. And then take a full breath in and a full breath out. Closing your eyes and let your body just relax. Release any tension in your body. Relax your jaw. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Slide your feet down the wall until they're bent at a 90-degree angle, and then walk your feet out just a bit until you begin to feel your inner thighs opening just a bit. And you can place that blanket back on top of your body and allow those inner thighs to open. Excuse me. And take a full breath in and a full breath out. And one more deep breath in and a full breath out. Take a full breath in, placing your hands on the outside of your thighs. And on your exhale, squeeze your legs back together, walk them back together using your hands. Remove that blanket that's on top of you. And then you're going to roll over to one side to come off of that bolster and press yourself up. So we're going to move into a pose called Supta Baddha Konasana. It's a nice supportive pose for your body, opens up your chest, inner thighs, lower back, gives it a nice little back bend. So you'll need all your props for this one. You'll take your first block and you'll place that horizontally on your mat at the medium height. Take the second block, place that on your mat at the low height, and then you'll take your bolster and lay that right on top. See how it has like a nice little angle to it when you do that. Then you'll take each blanket and create a roll with that blanket. We got one roll, and then another. And we'll place those blankets on either side of the mat, a little bit lower. This is what's going to support our legs. You'll sit with the bolster right behind you. Make sure that your sit bones remain on the mat. Your knees are bent. You'll open your legs up like a book. Bottoms of your feet are pressed in together. Then you'll take those rolled up blankets and place them right underneath your legs to provide support. And then lay your body down on top of that bolster. Allow, again, your bottom to remain on the mat. Arms can be out to a T, or you can rest your hands down onto the blankets. The only thing that I want you to keep in mind is because we're working on your chest opener here, I want you to, if you are resting your hands on the blankets, that your palms are up. That'll help to open up those shoulders just a little bit. And then take a full breath in and a full breath out, settling into this pose. Take a nice full breath in, full breath out. On your next inhale, place your hands on the outside of your legs. And on your next exhale, press your legs together. Move those blankets over to the side. Take another full deep breath in. And on your next breath out, roll over to one side, coming off of that bolster. And press yourself up. Take that bolster, place it across your mat. Remove those blocks and set them over to the side. And then we're going to use our blankets for this pose. So you can take one of the blankets that we just used that's rolled up. You can use that for your head or neck. And then this other blanket, we'll open that up again. And we're going to do that thin fold like we did before. So fold that to wherever you had that blanket before, where it felt to be the right height under your back. Make sure you get any wrinkles out. I have a big wrinkle in my blanket right now. And then you'll set that across the mat. So that's going to go in that position that was just below our shoulder blades. So we want to make sure that our shoulders reach the mat. The bolster is to support our legs. This is called Mountain Brook. So when you get into the pose, just envision that you're floating on a nice little river by the mountain. We'll place our legs on top of that bolster and then lay our body on top of that blanket. Make sure our shoulders come down toward the mat, and if you want to use that blanket under your head or neck, you can do that. Arms can come out to a T, down by your side, cactus. If you don't want to use that blanket under your head, you can always place it on top of your body. Again, having that weight on your body always feels nice. Once you arrive, take a full breath in and a full breath out. And another deep breath in and a full breath out. Letting your body release and relax into this pose. Nice deep inhale and a full exhale. Nice big inhale, bending your knees, placing your feet on top of that bolster. And an exhale, pressing that bolster down toward the end of your mat. Bending your knees again. Removing the blanket if you've got one on top of you. Rolling over to one side and pressing yourself up. So the next hip opener is pigeon, supported pigeon. And I'll actually show you a couple of options. So you can do supported pigeon, which I will stay in that pose for the duration, or you can do a figure four. So the figure four would be you're laying on your back, and I'll face this way so you can actually see. You can actually place your feet on the wall if you want, and then cross your left ankle on top of your right knee. Slide your right foot down the mat. Make sure that your left toes are pointing toward your knee and your tailbones pressed down toward the mat. And then you can gently press that left knee away from you. So you'll get a nice stretch in that left hip there doing that. Supported pigeon. You'll take your bolster and place that across your mat. And then take your blocks and set those up so that you can place your hands on those blocks. And so your body right now is in a tabletop position. You'll take your right foot, cross that over the bolster, and then wiggle your right foot over to the left side of your mat. Your shin comes down onto the mat, and then the bolster supports your pelvis. So you want to make sure that your pelvis is straight. Once you get into that position, you'll begin to feel that stretch in your hip just a bit. And then you can walk those blocks forward. You can continue to use those if you want. So you can place them down onto the mat and let your forearms rest onto those blocks. Or you can come all the way down to the mat, use one block maybe for your forehead. And then wherever you find your pose, whatever feels right, take that full breath in and full breath out. And allow your body to release and relax, either in that figure four or the pigeon, whichever one you decide. Full breath in. Full breath out. Your next breath in, begin to walk your hands up. If you're in pigeon, grab those blocks. Place your hands on those blocks. Take your left knee, bring that back in. Press into the blocks. Slide that right foot over and bring that right knee back. If you're in figure 4, you'll slide your legs back up the wall. Cross your opposite ankle on top of your knee. Walk that foot that's on the wall down. Press your tailbone down toward the mat and press that knee away from you. If you're doing supported pigeon, again, your hands are on the blocks. You'll step that left foot forward, wiggle that across your mat until it comes to the right side of your mat. Rest that shin down, straighten that right leg out behind you. Again, make sure that that bolster is supporting your pelvis and that your hips are nice and straight. And then if you want, you can walk those blocks down. You can rest your forearms onto those blocks at any height, or you can come all the way down to the floor. Take a deep breath in, full breath out, full breath in, full breath out. Take a nice full deep inhale, full exhale. On your next inhale, begin to press your body up. Grab those blocks, put them on the high setting. Come back onto your right knee, slide that left foot over and bring it back. And then we'll set those blocks down, put them over to the side. We're going to come to your Shavasana, and I'm going to read to you, so I'm not going to stay in that pose. So you can pick whichever pose you want for your Shavasana. You can lay flat down onto the mat. You can use whatever props you want to support your body. And then once you reach that pose, take a nice deep inhale and a full exhale. And begin to release any more areas of your body that may still be tense, may still be holding on to any tightness. Go ahead and close your eyes. What I'm reading to you today is titled Come Sit With Me, and I don't know the author. There comes a time in your life when you walk away from all the drama and people who create it. You surround yourself with people who make you laugh. Forget the bad and focus on the good. Love the people who treat you well. Pray for the ones who don't. Life is too short to be anything but happy. Falling down is a part of life. Getting back up is living. Today, may there be peace within. May you trust that you are exactly where you are meant to be. May you not forget the infinite possibilities that are born in yourself and others. May you use the gifts that you have received and pass on the love that has been given to you. May you be content with yourself just the way you are. Let this knowledge settle into your bones and allow your soul the freedom to sing, dance, praise, and love. It is there for each and every one of us. Begin to awaken your body by wiggling your fingers and toes, licking your lips and swallowing. Taking a full breath in, raising your body, raising your arms up and overhead behind you, and pressing your heels away from you. Move any props aside that you need to in order to be able to bend your knees and roll over to your right side, making a pillow for your head with your right arm. Take a nice deep breath in and a full breath out. And then using your hands, press yourself up to a comfortable seated position, placing your hands on your thighs and closing your eyes. Take a nice deep inhale, raising your arms up and overhead, palms meeting. Exhale, blow all that air out very slowly, bringing your thumbs down to your heart center. Raise your chest up to the ceiling and your chin down towards your hands. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you take care of yourself with joy. May you be safe. It is with gratitude that I thank you for sharing your practice today. I hope you enjoy this practice. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope all is well, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.